something powerful. That's what we are going to talk about in this video today. Hello and welcome friends to our channel Knowledge Track. This is a video where I thought it's a good idea to share with all of you these important pointers, these learnings from the famous book Rich Dad Poor Dad. And trust me, these points are really going to help us. They are really going to make a difference when it comes to thinking about investments, about money, about finance, or rather about anything in life. It will help us decide for ourselves. It will change the way we think about things, the way we look at things, the way we react. Let's have a look. Let's see for ourselves what all we have covered in this video. Love for money leads to more evil. Lack of money creates more evil. When you look at these two statements, you see that these are two contrasting views. These are two very contrasting statements. Now, when you look at these statements and you try to create your own viewpoint, what viewpoint you create for yourself? Because you are the best judge when it comes to creating your own judgment, creating your own viewpoint, or creating something for yourself. If you just move in any of these directions, if you just start thinking about one particular viewpoint, you will either get rigid about it or you will start believing it. So it's all about how you think about things, how you view them, and how you just start taking them in your lives. It all starts from that particular point. When you start looking at things from a broader perspective, from a perspective which says that, okay, I have seen that, I have heard that, let me try it. Let me see it for myself. When you start taking that approach, that kind of practical approach, that kind of realistic approach, then your entire judgment, your entire viewpoint is going to be different. That's why you have to really reflect upon these very carefully and decide for yourself. Because there's really none of these either true completely or none of these either false completely. Because somewhere the first one holds true, and maybe in some situations the second one holds true. So you are the best judge for yourself to decide what you think, what you believe, and what your mantra is going to be. It's out of my budget, so let's don't even talk about it. It's out of my budget, so let's don't even talk about it. Sometimes it just happens. And it happens when you look at something which you really like and appreciate, but there are budget constraints and you just ignore it. So this is one scenario. And then we have another scenario where someone says it's expensive, but how can I make myself ready to afford it with ease? This kind of approach, which is there in the second scenario, makes all the difference. How you think about things, how you take situations, how you react, how you behave, how you decide for yourself, that's all what matters. When you just start neglecting things, when you just start ignoring things, just start thinking that, okay, let it go, then you just put your brain into sleep. You just don't want to act upon that. You just stop thinking there. And what happens after that? There's nothing. There's nothing to do. There's nothing constructive coming out of it. But when you start proactively thinking about this, that how can I make myself really reach that particular point where I can really afford this thing with ease, then you really start making your brain work in that direction. You really start attracting that kind of energy, attracting that kind of positive vibes, which can really make you work in that particular direction. That's why it's all about your viewpoint, your way of thinking, how you are taking things, how you are reacting, and how you are shaping up your own thinking. That's why they say affirmations help. Affirmations help, they guide, and they give direction as well. Positive thinking, a thinking which is really constructive, which is really a kind of approach which you start thinking. You start making your brain function that way. That's what makes all the difference. Thoughts do shape our lives. So be selective of what you think. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you. It's your responsibility that what you think, what your thoughts are going to be like. Whether you're going to think positively or you're going to think negatively. And that's what is going to shape your life. There's another viewpoint being discussed in this book. Don't just work for money. Because when you work for money, that means you're very transactional. You're just working for something. You get that and your brain stops function again. You're done. Think beyond that. When you're working for money, it's okay. Everyone works for money. But once you are working for money, start thinking parallelly that how that money also can be put into action. How your money can work for you. And let your money work for you in the long run. That's how we have to think. That's how we have to decide. And that's where our investment journey comes into play. This is really going to take us places. When we start creating a strategy, when we start creating a good mix for ourselves, when we set ourselves onto that path where we really start thinking into that direction that we are headed towards a financial freedom, we are headed towards real investing world. And that's what author talks about in this book. There's another aspect, and which is very important, very powerful, I would say. Less we know about the finance, more we are at a disadvantage. This is a very important subject, and every one of us, trust me friends, every one of us should be very much aware about this, should know everything about it. And when I say everything, that doesn't mean that you have to go and start reading all the financial books. What that means is, at least you should be aware about your own finances, your own area of coverage. You should be very much clear about where your investments are going, how much input is there and how much output is there. You have to be very much clear about your personal finances, your investments. the future outlook, how you're going to make yourself much better going forward, how you're going to put your money into action, and how it's going to work for you. That's what you have to know, and that's very important. And this is something which is neglected. Somewhere it's not being taught anywhere. And you have to take that particular accountability, I would say, or responsibility. You have to step up. You have to step up and really start working in that direction. Positive thinking alone is not enough. When you don't have the right tools at your disposal, it's really going to be a tough battle. When you have a mix of positive thinking and the right tools, then only you can win those wars. You can really prosper. So, financial education is the key. And that's the master key which is really going to open everything up for you. Open the new world for you, new world of financial freedom. So friends, these were few very important, very powerful learnings which I want to discuss in this video. And I hope that you really like this video. And if you like it, do hear it again, do watch it again. I think all these learnings, these powerful learnings will really help us shape our investment journey, shape our overall thinking, the way we think, the way we react. And really just go to that book, open it up, and try to grab more learnings like this from it. There are other powerful books as well. I will probably cover those books in coming videos as well, so that we have more knowledge to share, we have more pointers to talk about, and we have more learnings to really include in our lives. Reflect upon those. Take right decisions for ourselves. So I think in this video, that's more about it. Till the next video, take good care of yourself and your family members. Till the next video, stay safe, stay healthy, and thanks for watching.